Hey there, Capricorn community. Now, you know who it is. It's Soul Tigress with a special story for this wonderful frequency. First off, thank you so much for your time, your energy, and your patience as I navigate what's going on between the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and everything in between. Now remember that this is a safe and sacred space where we call in the angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy to come on in and be the guides and protectors for all those positive messages that are going to come out. Now keep in mind that this is not a channel for love tarot. This channel here is dedicated to self-empowerment. That means building these stepping stones to get closer to our soul being, which connects us to a higher power. So let's get started, Capricorn. What the heck's going on in the vibe? First thing off is don't let yourself get pinned to a future that wasn't meant for you. And this came in, and this is from your guides. It's whispers of the heart. Careful, step lightly. Getting caught in others' misery if you don't. You need to be, or you need to be, I should say, not you need to be. Well, maybe for some reason you do need to be, but you need to be, oh, Captain Sava person may be your undoing. You choose where you go, whether good or bad. Now this one is divine, and divine is kind of like, it's sick and tired. And you better watch out. You just better watch out, because if divine gets sick and tired, then here comes old karma to smack you in the back of the head to try and wake you up. And what the divine is upset with is you're blocking your messages. You're blocking, and I don't usually use this word, but that's how I seen it, is your downloads. For me, one of my theories is we get a lot of our, I would say, rebooting, a lot of our restoration work, a lot of being able to restart on a fresh start for us is by making sure we take care of ourselves, but most importantly making sure to get good rest, because when you rest you digest. When you rest, your body starts to want to repair itself. So if we are having stuff such as insomnia, we're not able to sleep for the full night, well, let's look at your sleep schedule. See where you're spending times where you could be sleeping too much, napping during the day or something, and see how maybe having your focus on your devices is also causing insomnia. There's a lot of research about stuff like that. So always do your research. This is all for entertainment purposes, though. Don't forget that. But looking at some of the things that could be going on with the sleep schedule, I would say, a lot of people don't know this, but I fully believe this, and I'm pretty sure you can find the research out there, is when you expel enough energy, it helps you be able to go to sleep at night. If you don't expel your energy during the day, it's like your body is frustrated. It needs to expel this energy so it can get tired so that it can go to sleep. But because it can't expel the energy, it ends up just kind of like swirling around in like different ways. It's like blocked within you. I don't know how else to explain that, but I always tell people you need to get out, you need to be physical, you need to put your energy to work so that when you go to bed, you don't have all this like cooped up energy inside yourself. And what comes after these downloads that are needed is the divine really, really, really is putting this out there for the Capricorn in this story is there is a big needing to work on your belief system. Practice what you want in life through belief, through the divine. Talk about, oh, that's for me. So what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to talk about a dream that I've actually shared with a fellow Capricorn as of today. And this is where this last part is working on your beliefs, working on your spiritual strength is going to help you as well. What it is when you are not spiritually strong, you're not sound in your belief system. When you're not sound in your belief system, then how can you be sound in the ways that you believe your life should be? The success that you believe that you should have. So I shared a dream or a vision, or it was just like this image. I can't remember, but I remember it coming in very clearly. And it happened in the past 24 hours. Like I said, it could have been like when I was falling asleep, or when I was sitting there, because sometimes I get these visions and they're so vivid right before I go to bed that it does feel like the dreams. So anyways, what had happened was I was literally in the pits of hell. And the way I described it to her was, if anyone's seen that Spawn movie, it's when Spawn goes to hell and talks to the devil. And the devil is trying to basically entice Spawn to lead his army and stuff. Well, here I am in the pits of the hell talking to the devil there. And the devil is just trying to show me what I'm surrounded by, and that this is my environment. This is where I belong. And this is where I will always end up, kind of energy. And what I remember is I wasn't sweating anything that this devil was telling me, because all I did was sidestep the devil, even though it was like this big ass monster, and I looked past him. And I seen the light that was still coming in. The light that I had an option still to be a part of. The light that I believe in. And then it all dematerialized. So no matter where you're at, what kind of hell you're in, if you still believe in the light, if you still believe in the divine, if you're still at one with your beliefs, that ain't nothing. Whatever demon devil's trying to come at you ain't nothing, because you know to sidestep them. And you know where to look for your light. Think about that. Think about it. Because it is very freeing to be at one with the light. It is very freeing to walk in the light. And what I also shared with this Capricorn is I've done quite a bit of research. I've done experiments. A lot of experiments I've done with myself. A lot of experiments. It's just I've done on a family member, a few family members, but it's like a social experiment in a sense, getting their responses to things. And I told all this Capricorn this as well. And the reason why I shared this, and I shared this with them, is because one of the most powerful things, I haven't ran across a tool that's more powerful than it, is the power of prayer. Like I said, I'm non-dominant. I've meditated. I've done the positive affirmations. I'm a Reiki master. I've done the focus work. I've done the therapeutic exercises. I've done a lot of different things through my life journey to get me to the part of the path that I'm on now, which tells me to start sharing this. And like I said, the only thing that I found that has the most power out there is the power of prayer. So once you start to get into those spiritual beliefs, you start to get into those prayers, you can start to surround yourself with the things that you want to see in life. Not only are you working that through prayer, but then you start to work on to be that as well. We all have choices. We all have two sides of the coins we can be on. For myself, I grew up on the dark side. I didn't have a choice. But as of today, I know I can go over there. I can go and try and retrieve somebody, try and rescue somebody, try and show somebody where the light's at. But at the end of the day, I know that place ain't for me. Even though so many years I feared I could never get out of there. It starts with one step at a time. And it starts with working on your beliefs right there. Don't forget that. You are important, and no matter how you feel like you've been abandoned, you're not. I promise you. Your guides, your angels, your ancestors, divine and universal energy are always there. Sometimes you just need to sidestep those devils, those demons, to know where you belong, to know what you choose instead. So let's get started. Woo! Wow, that's so powerful. Go Capricorn. Go Capricorn. This is going to be a good one right here. I believe in you, Capricorn. We all do. So let's get started with this introductions. Ancestors, and angels. What is it that needs to come out for this introduction for the Capricorn frequency? Capricorn, I know you don't want to see this. Oh my gosh, I know you don't. How y'all resist that change? But it's time. It is time to come to full circle. It's time to make the moves that set you free from the things that bind you. All right. Ooh. Confused on karmic justice, what you deserve. Afraid to go off. Probably on your own. Not knowing how to evaluate things, in a sense. What's fair, what's not fair. What else needs to come out? Oh, how you're at odds ends with change, adaptability. I think you feel like you're incapable to being able to adapt to something new. That's why you don't see the strength you have, that you lead your story. And your story doesn't have to be something that is something of small successes, because a tiger has a very large territory. It could be something of very big, very grand kind of successes. Capricorn energy, cornucopia, but it's stuff that's worked for. You will find your success. You just have to work for it. What is the last card for Capricorn? Emotional balance. What I heard was taking the lead with this emotional balance. Taking the lead and opening up to changing how you look at yourself, about the things that you feel. Sometimes we get upset because of how we feel about things. I think I mentioned that with Scorpio right before y'all. Don't be upset with yourself on how you feel. That's something you're entitled to. That is something that truly comes from you. If you want to be authentic with yourself, Sometimes opening up to how you feel is the start, Capricorn. I know you don't believe that you have the strength to navigate that side to you. There's that resisting the change, but there's also the other side of Capricorn. And that shows about how we seek security. So maybe looking at the security you find in keeping everything the same. That could be something that's holding you back. It could be, what's the word? Or is it 2 words? A false sense of security. Ooh, look at it. It is going on out there, isn't it? All right, let's keep going. Ancestors and divine energy. What is it? What is it? What is it that needs to come out for the present? Well, if we don't really acknowledge how we feel like it hurts less than facing stuff. Facing what's supposed to be fair. Especially if you're working really hard for it. Facing the things that, oh man, that make us feel down. For some reason, you have dwelled in this place for so long that this feels normal. Yeah. 3 of Pentacles. How this has been, how these contracts have been working out, it all gives you a sense that it's all normal. This is the fortune here. This is just how it works out with others. And that's what keeps you so far from cutting ties, from seeing that things have come to full circle. We have Black Numen here. Void, loss, and ending. What we don't want to accept. What we don't want to see. Is that ending that we have intertwined ourselves with another. It's not really a happy place with you and this other. You and this other, it takes a lot of work, it looks like. The waters are shallow here. They're a shallow person. This person, it's like y'all have something in common in a sense. And that's what keeps you dealing with them. What I would almost put it is, it's almost like trauma bonding. But it's not, it doesn't have to be trauma bonding, but there is some kind of commonness that you find with this person, and this is why you deal with them. I've never noticed this before, but I don't know if the camera can pick it up, all these spots that are just on their legs here. It could be that both of you have common vices, common coping mechanisms, common habits, common maybe low frequency social circles. It's just something that is common, but what I'm getting is it's a lower frequency kind of thing, and it's really shallow. Very shallow. And someone is always the giver and somebody is always the taker. That's what I get as well. Someone's always the star while the other person's always the captain save-up person. Oh my goodness, let's keep going. Alright, no, this was right. Alright, what else needs to come out? Yeah, Four of Pentacles. What are you hanging on to, Capricorn? You're hanging on to a belief. You're hanging on to a hope. You're hanging on to an old cycle. I almost said psycho. Why do you hang on to this so much? What is it about your inner self? Why is it that you care so much about having this other there? This other could be concentrated on what they're doing and you totally doing your own thing. So in a sense, whatever the situation is, common ground, y'all meet up, person, place, or thing, but I'm not seeing great chemistry. I'm not seeing a great community kind of environment. This is going to be the type of work environment where it's kind of like everyone's on their own team. Nobody's doing any kind of teamwork kind of thing. And y'all still go and frequent the same area, still work on these same projects, the same kind of thing, whatever the same kind of goal, whatever it is that y'all have in common. And that's what you hang on to. Is that little bit of what's in common. Somehow in the subconscious though, what is it that's inside? What is it? Can I get a clarity card for the moon? Ooh. So first off, we got confusion. Confusion on what? Do you trust them or do you trust yourself? Ooh, okay. And then being stuck. Being stuck with this Chariot. What is it? What is it that you're stuck on them with? What is this sense of they care for you? They care to be around you enough to make you feel like somehow they care for you? I just feel like it's a false sense though. What else needs to come out? Oh, this false sense is led by, Justice in reverse. You're out of balance. This person puts you out of balance with the things that you care about. It could be with the way that you handle things, the way that you see things, the way that you feel about things, the way you, I don't know if I mentioned this, the way you think about things. Could be directly with what you think about. How you think things are fair, what you think is okay, what you think is not okay. What is the last card for, so many cards for the present. So you hanging on to not wanting to let this go because y'all have something in common definitely has to deal with this emotional balance. Hanging on to, let's see, the traditions. Maybe it's the way things have been. maybe accepting who this person places for who they are. You know, when we can accept people for who they are and convince ourselves to put up with them, then we convince ourselves that we're doing something good. But what's happening is it leaves you more drained out than anything from dealing with this situation. It leaves you questioning more things. It could be even questioning why you're dealing with them. What it is that you keep juggling. What it is that you keep juggling that has you blinded. Blinded and overly emotional about. Which Capricorn, when you get overly emotional, you tend to shut down. You tend to shut down. And it leaves you in this place that feels desolated. It feels like you're out on your own. Like there's not another in sight. And what I mean by not another in sight is a matching energy. One who thinks the same, one who feels the same, one who has I don't want to say it that way. Hold on, give me a second. What it is in a sense is you would want to find somebody who is that energy, but in a sense you want to find somebody who is the jump start to that energy. And I think this is why the divine is saying, no, 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 no. This comes down to your beliefs. It comes down to what you keep wanting to entangle yourself with, how you don't want to sit here and trust when time is up on something, how you keep still sticking through it, not understanding that you need to trust yourself a little bit more, a lot of bit more. It makes sense now because we are going to be working on the shadow side for the block. And we're going to be using my crow's deck. Now, just a quick warning, I forgot to do it at the beginning of the video, but sometimes this has a little bit of grotesque images for some people. So if I come upon one of those, I'm going to shoot you a warning right away, and then I will do some kind of sound to let you know when it's been pulled back, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with the block. Angels of protection, universal energies. Help guide us as we go through Capricorn shadow side to see what it is that blocks them from the lesson here. What is it that needs to come out? Well, we have somebody who, what I wanted to say at the beginning is not waking up to the nightmare. It's not waking up to the misfortune of things. It's not waking up to the choices that they actually have. The ways that they can actually go. It may mean getting over something, but they don't see that they can do it. What else needs to come out? They don't see the balance. They don't see how they could find something more if they were to walk away. If anything, they see more chaos if they walk away. maybe having less somehow as well. If they let go of these partnerships, then their fun is going to be taken. Or actually, I lie. It's not fun because it's not the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles likes his toys. That's why I say that. This is the King of Cups. So it's a certain emotional stability that they're looking for. It's a very strong progressive. They see if they walk away from this partnership, that they walk away from any chance of having any kind of offering coming in. And this is the type of progressive emotional offering that they want. They want one that handles business, takes care of business. It has stuff done. And this could be with a person, place, or thing. There's not confidence in making the change. There's not confidence in letting this contract that they're in already expire. In a sense, they would be okay with leaving themselves open to it and pretending nothing is going on, in a sense. Why? Why do you pretend? I know the emotional side. There is the fear that you're not going to find anything else that's better out of here. But why? Why is there this fear? The Hermit. Trusting in yourself. Here comes one of those images a wee bit. Alright, so listen for the little sound effect thingy, little ding or buzz sound that will let you know that this is being removed from the screen. It's not too bad, but somebody might be like, oh my gosh. But we have this Eight of Swords. Surrounded and trapped. Feeling like you're surrounded and entrapped in this. And that you don't have that wisdom. You don't have that guiding light. You don't have that will to go and to make things different for yourself. It's almost like this is it. This is what I've been dealt. This is all I know. Now I get why the vibes said to be careful not to get pinned to a future that's not yours. And to step lightly when it comes to certain things. Because if you don't step lightly, here comes that image again. So go ahead and turn away and then I'll let you know when I pull it back. But if you don't step lightly, like I said, you're going to end up stuck. You're going to end up stuck. Surrounded by things that you don't want to be surrounded by. So entangled in it that it's going to actually, what I see is get heavier, get harder to get out of the longer you stay there. The more you let this grow around you. So the block is you having an openness to believing that you are in charge of your cornucopia. You're in charge of the fruits that you harvest from the things that you work on. Even if it comes to who we're employed with, even when it comes to relationships with certain people in our lives, we're in charge of the fruits we get from there. Now, one thing is not everyone is going to help get you to a fruitful crop. Not everyone's going to be that ideal outcome relationship. Because there's some people who don't want the same things that you want. That's the best way I can put it. If this Capricorn really dreams of other things, you know, if the whispers in their heart say that they really want something different, but they're dealing with something, someone, someplace that doesn't see that different, then you'll never get to it by working with them. Because y'all have two different ideas of two different outcomes. And it's being okay with that, Capricorn. It's being okay that you have this other belief. And like I said, maybe it comes down to really working on your spiritual being. Strengthening yourself with a higher energy. A higher belief that things can work out. But understanding that it takes work. It takes work and it takes time. I'm hearing one last card. One last card. What is the last card for the block? Last card for the block. Three of Swords. The truth shall set you free. The truth will help unbind you. The truth can help Capricorn understand when they finally pull the thing that has been blocking them, blocking their sight, blocking the ways that they want to go, the things that they want to see in their future. The truth, the truth, the truth. But it might not be at others' truth. That's the thing, is you're not going to get whatever this is. They're not going to sit here and tell you that you right. Whatever this is not. That's why it comes down to your truth. All right, divine and universal energy. So what is it? What is it? What is it for the conclusion here? What is it that needs to be relayed to Capricorn? The energy is gaining momentum. I feel like that's that rude awakening coming around the 20th of February. A lot of different areas are going to be highlighted. Like I said, people are going to want to people are going to be irritable. Some people are going to want to shut down to certain things. It just depends on what side of the fence you're on. I see that there's people that are going to push you. Or place or thing, whatever it is, but it's really going to push you. And it's going to push you to a point where it's going to be hard to escape in your thoughts. That's what I see. You're going to fester behind the idea of wanting to end things, but you're going to be again at war with that, how much you're entangled with this other. Could have been how long it's been, but because you won't challenge it emotionally, that's what holds you back. How can we open up when that energy starts to come in? Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Trust yourself over others. is what's going to help create the movement. Speak your dreams to whoever, and if it doesn't align with them, then go from there. Ooh. I have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. But this comes out in reverse, and it did not want to hit this table at all. So the whole thing is, a part of facing a personal issue and getting resolution, again, is having faith in your dreams, especially when stuff feels like it's hitting the fan. What are your dreams? What has your back for the dreams? Your commitment is being tested. I don't know, you must have spoke it out somewhere. The divine was listening, that's for sure. What do I have? Full moon in Capricorn in reverse. That says the end of a tough cycle approaches. But that's if you choose to see it. And that's if you choose to open yourself up to it. You may face a loss, yes, but is it really a loss, or is it a stepping stone to get to where you need to go? All right, what else needs to come out? Prosperity lies ahead. If you open up to the end of this cycle, it's a tough one. This is why it's part of the shadow work. But if you can overcome this, then you will walk away with a new sense of self. You will walk away fixed in how you identify with yourself a little bit more, how you identify with things that are around you too. Because we can be in a crowd where we feel out of place. We don't know how to identify with it. Alright, so what is the last card here for the Capricorn frequency? You and your loved ones are safe. New moon and Cancer. Who are you afraid that you're going to disappoint? I think if you've been in a tough cycle, your loved ones, not the ones who are helping promote the cycle, but your loved ones are probably rooting for this. They're rooting for you to, and what I see, and this is an ancestor, is to get a backbone. They're waiting for this backbone to happen in you, to where you are not hunched over just taking orders or doing what everyone else is telling you to do. And I'm seeing a person who's standing up, who's looking around, who's looking at the choices that they have in life. So I would say, don't be afraid of disappointing your loved ones when you start to get your backbone. Because there are going to be your true ones that truly care for you, that are going to be congratulating you, that are going to be happy about it. The ones who are going to have a problem with it are the ones who are upset that you see you have choices, that you see you have free will, that you see that you can take the lead and being able to make the changes that are needed to cut these ties, to get to where you need to go, to find that karmic justice for yourself. All right, Capricorn, this is going to conclude it. Thank you so much for hanging out. Don't forget to thank your ancestors, guides, angels, divine, and universal energy for coming in and helping protect all these positive messages. And I hope that you have a most wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.